So I just got back a few hours ago from a Bible study. It was so great. I was sitting on table with very young people. Of course, I look like young too with them. And then I realized I'm really old. Uh, it was so much fun. There was a few questions we had to go. Uh, each one of us had to answer, and the greatest questions of life, including purpose. What is the purpose of life? When they say that, I don't remember exactly how he asked, but it was more like, did you find the purpose for your life? It feels so heavy, and I hate it when the people start to struggle with something they can never achieve. I mean, in this life, we achieve a lot of things. Um, the best we like, we stick with them, we keep them, and we call them purpose as if we'll never lose them. So, if you're talking about the life purpose, your whole life purpose, the whole existence purpose, I mean, you cannot equate that to the career you got, a gift you have. Uh, those things they seem to be just an assignment. And a few years back, I learned that as I was studying in a class for discipleship, we talked about the gift and the giver of the gift, trying to be very careful not to worship the gift, worship the giver. Then I learned Jesus lives in us, and He's the giver of all those gifts. I don't think He will ever run out the workers, because one might be a very gifted evangelist, made that his purpose, the only thing he can do, but the giver inside of you can also make you a teacher. Any time of the day, any time of the year, he can switch, he can change, he can transform you the way he wants, as long as you can allow him to do that. So the gift is not a purpose, and the career that you've held for so many years can be dropped easily. I have met a lot of people who went through life shift, is something they never predicted. They never thought it would happen. I met a very good friend. He became a real good friend of mine. He was a doctor, medical doctor. He was also a missionary, and he did great stuff. He will go on mission field. He will treat people for free. He will start churches where he was still young. And all of a sudden, a medical doctor get into some kind accident. He breaks his back, and he's no longer allowed to practice his medical abilities. And he's telling me this thing the first day I met him, and I'm just shocked. I'm like, this world is no just. This is a good Christian. But he's telling me this, that he lost his license. I'm already start to mourn for him, man. You've been unjustly, like, treated unjustly. And I start to feel, when somebody tells you their struggle, you start to feel angry on their behalf. But he has not even begun to tell me his troubles yet. That was his purpose. According to the world, this is a medical. We're talking about a highly respected men in the church community and everywhere. So someone will look at him and say, man, this is the most accomplished man ever. But he loses his license, so the pay stops. No money is coming in. His wife, his wife did something I still don't understand why they do that. She made up a story that he's been cheating on her, and she convinced his kids, and they hated him, and they took off, they left him behind. So I'm meeting this guy on a volunteer company where we help homeless people, people from prison, providing shelter, and we're doing interview with them. And then we are supposed to start walking, but we realize, oh, no, we are struggling ourselves. So let's talk about this. Couple years later, his daughter, one of his daughters who is handicapped on a wheelchair, she said, you know what, I think we lied about that. I have to go back. So she goes back. She goes back, stayed with him. I will never forget this story. Very heartbreaking. But really, this is what we are going through in this world. She comes back, lives with him, so they struggle. The house begin leaking, and the man is on a cane. It's just walking is really hard, and so they suffered together. Meanwhile, I am a very apostolic person. I don't stay in the same place. I don't even remember if I spent a whole year in that ministry. I moved out of state for like 4 years. Then with the friends, we are sitting praying. I remember this man. I said, hey, let's pray for the doctor. This guy has been through a lot, and I lost his contact, and I don't know how he's going, and I really promised him to be his good friend. So we're just praying. I mean, it took us really a while to pray for him. And then something really miraculous happened while we prayed. My phone rang. It was him. It's been years. I lost his contact. And he lost mine too, but somehow, somewhere he found it. And he called me and said, I had to call you because you're the only one who promised me to be my friend. I said, man, doctor, I am your friend, but I'm really sorry I lost your contact. We are talking about purpose. What is the purpose for this life? If we are not making Jesus the main purpose for us to follow him, to worship him is the main purpose, let everything as be assignment to, in my opinion. So to finish the story, the man tells me the rest of the story. His daughter came, they lived together, and now he's telling me that was the only person he went home to and talked to, and they comfort each other, and she passed away. So as I remember, there was a 4 of us, a group, we were praying. I didn't know what to say. I said, I never seen a miserable man in my life. I mean, this man went through so much. Still, he's hosting homeless people to come and stay with him. Still helping people. Let me tell you something. We will survive anything, but do not depend on anything in this life to be your life purpose. A singer said, if I have a Jesus, I have everything I need. Let that be our thought, our belief that we got everything we need as long as we have Jesus. God bless you. See you next time.